Good morning, good morning. How is everybody? Welcome to the Keto Mom page. I had to draw a winner. So if you popped on earlier, I stopped real quick, grabbed the winner from yesterday, and now we're going to chat. So welcome to the Keto Mom page. We are going to dive into the Traveler's Gift. We are on chapter 4. If you are brand new here, every single morning, I come on here. I do a live about a book that we are going through and the basic overview of the book and that chapter. So we did a drawing yesterday. It's Tammy. Oh, shoot. Is it Crumley? Tammy. You win some mom fuel. So I will need your address, private message me. But we are going through chapter 4 today in this book. And if you've been following along and you're reading the book, awesome. I would love to know what you love about the chapter below. So share with me what you loved about this chapter, chapter 4, or what you're loving about the book. Any takeaways, share below. I'd love for you to press the share button so other people can follow along. Even if you're not reading the book, you can tune in and get the basic understanding of what we're going through. So we've already gone through Atomic Habits, The Miracle Morning, Rain or Shine. We've got some more books coming up here in August and September. So tune in every single morning and I will come on here and give you the highlights. And then I would encourage you to grab the book. I wanted to show you something really quick. So right now we're going through the Traveler's Gift. This is completely different than the books that we've gone through in the past, right? The other books were pretty focused on systems and habits. This is more of I've had a couple of people, I think a majority of people love it and a couple of people are like, that's not my style. And it's completely different. It is a story, right? It is a story with a main character, but it's teaching you it's talking about 7 decisions in life that lead towards success or the opposite. I love it. I love the different styles of reading and writing. And so that's this book. There is a kid version. So if you're loving the book, I'm going to have one of my daughters start this today. It's the Young Traveler's Gift. I read the first chapter this morning. And so it's pretty small. Maybe what I'll do is I'll have my daughter come on here and share with you after she's done with the book, just kind of what she thought of it. We'll do that. So if you're looking for books for your kids to read, which we have our kids read almost every single day, and I choose books like these books, ones that will help them think. So there is the younger version. So just wanted to share that with you. I found that on our bookshelf, and I'm going to have her start today, one of them. So anyways, as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? Are you reading the book? Tammy, you won yesterday from sharing below. All you have to do is share. So press the share button. And share below what your takeaway was of the chapter. So yesterday we talked about the buck stops here. I accept responsibility for my past. I control my thoughts. I control my emotions. I am responsible for my success. The buck stops here. So chapter 4. And if you're brand new, the character is David, and he's really time traveling. And what he's doing is he's meeting different people from the past, from history, and they're giving him a thought, like a thought-provoking question, or what are 7 different things that you need to be focused on to have success in your life. And so yesterday he met with, isn't that funny? Yesterday he met with President Truman. Today, as we're talking through chapter 4, David, our main character, is meeting with King Solomon. And basically he's giving him, so I'm not going to read the story to you, which is super great. But halfway through, he says, it's up to you to be ready to move yourself. So he talks about situations and different opportunities are going to come your way, but doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. You have to move. You have to take action, right? And so if you have followed me at any point in time, you're going to hear us, me and my husband, or maybe the point is I can't teach you everything about the keto, a whole bunch of keto influencers, and then have it work for you. The key to anything, whether it's reading or taking in all of this wisdom and knowledge from other people, is to put action behind what you've learned, right? And so our main character says, you mean I have to prepare for whatever is in store for me? Because in his life right now, it's not going well. He has a lot of challenges and basically just wants to give up. He says, how do I prepare for something when number one, I don't know what it is and when it will help and when it will happen? He says, how do I prepare for the uncertain future? And here is number 4's decision to take, the number 2 decision. There's 7 of them. And so his advice that he had received was he needs to seek wisdom. And then he's like, what does that mean? What does it mean to seek wisdom? He says, you hear, but you don't listen. Man, I will tell you something. How many times are you listening to somebody, but you're thinking about your response? Or how many times are your kids talking, but you hear it, but you don't listen, right? I think over the course of probably the last 2 years, I have been on a journey of listening more and speaking less. I had I talk a lot. And sometimes in the past, I used to talk and cut people off. And I would think like I wanted to say something and it was super important. Well, one day I was talking when I was younger and not very wise. And my husband's grandpa looked at me and I was probably 21, 22. And he says, Stephanie, do you ever stop talking and just listen? Like, do you ever just listen? And he was very, matter of fact. And I was like, and in that moment, it has always stuck with me. I've got 2 ears and 1 mouth, 2 ears and 1 mouth. If I want something, I need to listen. If I'm seeking wisdom, I need to listen. Why in the world am I talking so much? Because I need to listen to people, right? And so, I don't know, just wanted to share that story with you. Sometimes you need to hear the hard thing. Like I had somebody message yesterday and they were like, man, that was such a slap in the face to realize that I am responsible for my past. Here's the deal. If you listen to yesterday's live and you read it, it really might seem like I'm not responsible for my upbringing or my parents or the actions my parents did or the environment I grew up in. You're correct, right? And you are responsible as an adult today to make the right choices for your health. And so she's like, that hurt. And I'm like, I know. It does hurt. It's not fun when somebody says something like, do you ever listen? Do you even care about your health? I had somebody message me the other day and she was like, just give me the plan. Just give me the plan and I'll do it. I don't have time to watch these videos. I don't have time to do this. And I'm like, if you don't have time to take 30 minutes a day or an hour a week on a Sunday to plan your meals, then guess what? I can't hand you anything that's going to work. You've got to decide. You've got to take ownership. You have to figure out what works for you, and you're going to have to take some time to put into your health. I'm saying your health, but anything in your life where it's not going to work. You can come on here every single day and listen to me, but until you take the action, or until maybe somebody else calls you on what you're doing and it might hurt, you might actually take it seriously, right? I took what my husband's grandpa said seriously, and I'm not perfect, but I would also say I have been more conscious, and especially the last 2 years of listening more than speaking. Or at least if I'm going to say something, I hope it's worth saying. Okay, so off on that tangent, this is what he was told. Seek wisdom, seek wisdom. Wisdom waits to be gathered. She cannot be battered or sold. She is a gift for the diligent. And so only the diligent will find her. The lazy man, says the stupid man, never looks. Though wisdom is available to many, she is found by few. Seek wisdom, find her, and you will find success and contentment. So throughout the rest of the book, or the rest of the chapter, even the present is consistent before the past. Even the present is constant. Because, good grief, you think I could read. Okay, let me back up. Even the present is constantly becoming the past. Now and now and now and now, right? So you can, let's see. The past will never change, but you can change the future by changing your actions today. It is really very simple. We, as humans, are always in process of change. Therefore, we might as well guide the direction in which we change, right? You're going to choose. We talk about this 1% better, 1% worse. Who am I going to hang around? It's going to talk about that in a second. You choose if you go to the gym. You choose to eat the donut. You choose to go to the gym. You choose to eat the salad instead. You choose to drink more water instead of the Mountain Dew. It's ultimately your choice, right? So you're going to own the past. You're going to own your decisions. You're going to own the fact that you are responsible for your health and fitness, and you're going to make the better choice or not, right? And so finding wisdom is simply this. So then he says, what do you mean? What does it mean to find wisdom? What does that actually mean, right? Number one, he says, you need to guard your associations carefully. So the first one was, who in the world are you hanging around with? What are their decisions? Because you become like the top 5 people or the 5 people that you hang around with, right? And you might be going, but they're my friends. Yeah, that's fine. And sometimes we have to choose to find a mentor or choose to find friends that push you and maybe help you become better, right? He says, if a lazy man isn't irritating you, it is a sign that you have accepted slothfulness as a way of life. Sometimes you're like, oh, that hurts too. It is important for a king to be careful who his friends are. It's also important for you too, because King Solomon is walking him through this. Only a fool refuses to counsel a wise man. There is safety in counsel. Sensible instructions is a life-giving formula. Find a wise man, a person who has accomplished what you wish for in your own life, and listen to them. Listen to their wise words. Find somebody that has done what you want to do and follow them. So, wise counsel. Choose your friends wisely. There's so much, but I'm going to pass forward to this. Basically, here's the overview of the chapter. The second decision for success is, I will seek wisdom. Yesterday, we said the buck stops here. No more blame, shaming, or justifying. You may have not controlled everything in your past, but it's done. You control your future from today on, right? You control if you're going to get healthy or not. You control your attitude if you are going to be happy about it or complain about it. You control the people that you hang around with. Today we're going to he talked about seeking wisdom. I will seek wisdom. I will choose my friends carefully. Number 2, I will seek wisdom. I will listen to counsel of wise men. Number 3, I will seek wisdom and I will be a servant. So at the end of the chapter, he talks about serving others. Serving others. I will be a servant to others. I will listen to the counsel of wise men, and I will choose my friends. I will seek wisdom, because in doing that, and in choosing your friends, and in choosing the people that you listen to, you're going to make the better decisions because you're going to follow those people, right? I love Steve's grandpa because he's always giving us wise counsel and giving us advice on life, and I can choose to listen or not, right? I would say this, I am not a doctor, I am not an expert. Our family's been on this keto journey for over 6 years, so we can give you some advice. If you have questions about food or how to get started or any of those things, send me a message and I will give you some advice on how we started, right? That would be wise counsel. It's wise to ask people questions that have already done it. We have made this a lifestyle over the last 6 years. We keep going, right? So it is a wise decision to follow people that have done it for a long period of time and ask questions. And then if somebody gives you advice, take that advice, and your responsibility is to put it into action, right? So for example, we read The Atomic Habits. We read The Miracle Morning. We talked about if you're looking at people who feel like they're having success in their life, I'll give you an example. Every morning I get up, regardless of how I feel, because I want to work out and I want to own my morning. I want to read. I want to talk to you. I get up and drink my water. I get up and drink my ketones, right? If I do all of that in the morning, I own my day, right? So I'll give you an example. It doesn't mean that I don't struggle. So I was talking to a friend. Her name is Tisha. I was talking to her yesterday. And I was like, man, I just have to get motivated. I read every day. I do all of the things every day. Doesn't mean that I'm not motivated. My day didn't go how I wanted it to, and I was like, I have to. I was kind of whiny, and then I told myself, you know what? I know better than this. I better pick myself up off that pity potty and go do what I needed to do. once you have the tools in your head of, I know what I need to do. I know I need to not hit the snooze button. I know I need to drink more water. I know I need to not go through the drive-through. Then you have to talk to yourself in your head. I had to give myself a pep talk yesterday, right? Stop it. Go do this. Go clean your bathroom. I didn't want to clean my bathroom. I was actually whiny about it. Go do the things you need to do. Why? Because, so think about, we've talked about this. Your vision is where you want to go. I think about my why as a why can be two different things. Why are you doing something? Or if I don't do it, I don't want to deal with the repercussions of not doing it. I get up every morning, even if I'm tired, even if I didn't go to bed early, even if I didn't sleep well, because I hate the feeling of being behind. I hate the feeling of not owning my day. So my why back here is, if you don't get up, Stephanie, you're going to feel like garbage. You're not going to own your morning. You're going to be super crabby. I choose my attitude. So if I were to sleep in, or if I were to hit my snooze button, I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying I don't want to go through the drive-through because I don't want to feel like crap, right? I want to make sure I clean my bathroom because I would have regretted it and been a day behind. Does that make sense? When you reading gives you wisdom and knowledge. When you follow certain people, you're going to learn little tips and tricks, and then you have to talk yourself through it every day. Yes, I have to get up. Yes, I want to do that. That was my goal. I'm going to get it done. And lastly, I'll tell you this. Listen, I know these things, and I still have to tell myself. So I sat down on the couch last night after the softball games. My husband plays softball, and we were sitting down for a couple minutes and just watching 30 minutes of a show that we were watching. And I almost got up to make a protein shake. My kids were snacking on some, almonds or something. And I instinctively was I want something to snack on. So I was I'm going to go get a snack. And then I was no, it's 9:00 at night. I don't need to eat something. And I'm not hungry. I'm giving you the example because I still have to talk myself into these things, but I have the tools to help me walk through which decision I'm going to make, right? So I often say here, why are you snacking so much? You can overeat good food. Most of the time people just overeat. Guess what? I could have easily done the same thing. So my dogs are they're just talking to you. So yesterday at 9:00 at night, I had to tell myself, am I hungry? No. Do I need a snack? No. I should probably drink some water. Yes. And sit my booty back down or go to bed. Yes. Or go brush my teeth. I'm just sharing this with you because I am not perfect and I have to walk myself through these things. But as you're learning and as you're implementing and you're taking action, you will remember these things and you'll have to go, am I going to listen to myself or not? Right? So seeking wisdom. So the buck stops here. Please ignore my dogs. I'm almost done. Chapters 3 today. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways, I hope that's helpful. Please message me with any questions that you have. I'm going to go save my dogs from being outside. I hope you guys have an incredible day. Tammy, you won some mom fuel if you share your oh, good grief. I'm so sorry. Challenges. And this is real life. So if you share your takeaways from the book below, I'm going to grab another winner for tomorrow. So that's all I've got. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.